What if I told you that under the right conditions, an action performed on a quantum particle on Earth could instantly affect another particle which could be billions of light years away or even at the edge of the universe? That is the idea behind quantum entanglement, a mind bending idea in physics seeming to propose transmission of information faster than the speed of light. Hey, I'm Kian, and today I'm going to explore the idea of quantum entanglement. But before we do that, let's have a look at the property of quantum particles called spin. All particles have this property called spin. Well, they aren't quite spinning, but they have angular momentum in a particular direction, which is similar to spinning.
Now, you can measure the spin, but you have to choose in what direction you want to measure it. For example, you choose that you want to measure the spin in the vertical direction. Then there can only be two possibilities. Either the spin is aligned with the measurement or exactly opposite. We call these two states spin up and spin down respectively. And these are the only two outcomes possible for any direction. So if you measure it in the horizontal direction, you will have the same outcome. Only two possibilities, either aligned with the direction or exactly opposite.
Now, according to quantum mechanics, before we measure the spin of the particle, it is actually spinning in all directions at the same time with different probabilities. This probability is defined by a wave function, and when it is measured, it is said that the wave function collapses to the one state which we found the particle spin to be in. Now, how does this all get us to quantum entanglement? Here's how.
Imagine that instead of a wave function defining one particle, two particles shared their spatial proximity in such a way that they were both defined by a single wave function. You would need a very rare occasion for this to happen, like suppose when two particles are created in the same instant from energy. Or a special particle which has zero spin decays into two particles with non-zero spin.
Now, the total angular momentum in the universe has to stay constant, given by the law of conservation of momentum. So if we measure the spin of one of the particles, the other one must always have the opposite spin so that the total momentum is conserved. Now you can see that the name quantum entanglement is starting to make a little sense. But wait, here is where the quantum weirdness comes in.
At first, it seems that these particles have a well-defined spin at the moment of creation. Like one of them would be spin up and one of them would be spin down. But that's not what happens. Let's see how. Now imagine that the particle's spin is in the vertical direction, but you measure it in the horizontal direction. Well, then there's a 50-50 chance that it would either be spin up or spin down. But if each particle has a 50% chance of being spin up, there can be a case where we measure both particles and both are spin up. But that breaks the law of conservation of momentum, as angular momentum must stay constant. So the spin of the particles isn't defined at the moment of creation. Both of them are in a superposition of spin up and spin down at the same time. It is only when you measure one particle, it chooses a state to be in, and the second particle instantly acquires the opposite spin state. And this phenomena isn't bound to a limit of distance. They can be as far as you want, and like I said in the start of the video, you can have one particle on Earth and one particle billions of light years away. And as soon as you measure the spin of the particle on Earth, the other particle acquires the exact opposite spin.
Now this is probably counterintuitive and most definitely mind-blowing, but many experiments have been conducted and this has been proven true.
But how is this possible? If the states of the particles aren't predefined, the only explanation to this seems that the information is instantly transmitted at a speed faster than light.
But general relativity stated that nothing can go faster than light. So quantum entanglement seemed to break the laws of general relativity. Now Einstein definitely wasn't happy with that. He called this spooky action at a distance, which is quite appropriate. And he said that there must be something more to quantum mechanics, something that could explain this. It's just that we haven't discovered it yet.
But as it turns out, this doesn't break relativity due to its randomness. For example, we take some of these entangled pairs and go a great distance away in hopes of faster than light communication. You could measure the spin states of the particles on Earth, but they would just be random, as the particle decides to take a spin state upon measurement. So the particles far away would just be the opposite random of the results on Earth, and only when you would compare both results together, you could see that they were opposite of each other. But this doesn't mean that this is still of no use to us. For example, quantum computers are built on these unique properties of entangled pairs.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.